The fellowship was sort of a pivotal moment for me. I'll even say a defining moment. I'm able to pursue my passions and I don't have to abandon my values.
This aligned with my career goals and just mission-driven work of trying to uplift marginalized communities around environmental injustices.
I think this fellowship allowed me to see a lot of the opportunities available to me, and a nice thing about sustainability and climate work is just all the range of options. There's so much that you could do.
I'm really grateful to have been part of this because now I know that there's space for people like me in the sustainability field.
Vision for the EDI Fellowship Program is to provide an accessible pathway of opportunity for people who are underrepresented in this field of sustainability and local government. It is important to invest early in the professional development, especially for people of color, because many of them just don't know that this field exists. There are people who care about the environment and they don't necessarily see a path for them outside of maybe organizing, which is amazing and needed, but being able to see ways that they can plug into existing systems and things like that and make change from within or provide their insights and perspectives is really important, and they need to know that this opportunity exists first.
My name is Stephanie Stair, and I was the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Fellow at Washington, D.C.
My name is Cesar Cesard, and I worked in Fort Collins, Colorado.
My name is Marlene Odia, and I was the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Fellow at the City of Evanston, Illinois. During my time as a fellow, my focus was the environmental equity investigation and the narrative storytelling that I did with Evanston residents.
My focus was on helping stand up a climate equity committee, which was an evolution of a past committee.
My focus was working on the Sustainable DC plan and making the targets more measurable and advancing equity.
I believe the EDI Fellowship has done a lot for me, but most importantly, I don't feel like I'm limited in my head to see what people are able to do in the sustainability field. So I feel like he opened my mind to a lot of different pathways that I didn't know existed in the sustainability realm.
I think the fellowship is important because, especially for people of color, in a lot of climate spaces we're not really represented, and especially for youth, it gives us a chance to explore what's out there, because I know personally I wasn't aware of a lot of the opportunities in this space. So the fellowship really helped me see that even as a sociology major, I still have a place in climate work.
Yeah, for someone interested in applying for this fellowship, even if they see that the qualifications may not align exactly, or you don't fit all the check boxes, if you feel called to it, don't be afraid to apply.
Yeah, so I applied for the EDI Fellowship Program because I love the mission of wanting to get folks of color in local government. And the EDI Fellowship does a really great job at providing the avenue for folks like myself to get engaged in that. It also takes direction and leadership from folks of color to be able to do that successfully and to make sure that we're addressing the needs of the folks that we're really wanting to engage in this space. So the EDI Fellowship impacted my professional development in a really amazing way. I started off as the EDI Fellow back in 2019 with the City of Fort Collins, and I'm currently an interim people project manager role with the City of Fort Collins almost 5 years later. I was provided that experience, and I feel like I was able to grow in that space through professional networks that I was able to leverage in order to kind of prove myself to be a really great public administrator. And so I think that this fellowship allows that opportunity and allows for people to grow in that. And I'm hoping that other cities who are thinking of applying for this, and people that are thinking of applying for this, make sure that you take that into consideration as you're going through it, right? Build out that network, engage with everyone that you can, leaderships, your communities, everyone, and make sure that, yeah, you're building that trust in a great way.
For me, the EDI Fellowship impacted my career in several ways. The first of which was that I was given an opportunity to have a job right out of the gate from college. The second piece is that with the fellowship being placed into local government, I was exposed to so much. It allowed me to see the options that I had with the education I had. And then the third was that it gave me experience. I was able to say on my resume, I learned these equity foundation principles, I lived them, and I learned how to do climate resilience work and relationship building with CVOs. It basically fast-tracked my career.